Yo, what is up, everybody? Back again. Another trio FNCS analysis. FNCS is tomorrow. So, I'm gonna maybe try to slam out this in Orchard because a lot of people saying they want me to do Orchard. But, right now we're focusing on Pleasant Park. So, fuck, I don't even have Epic Pen open. First off, I'm gonna link a video in the description of Kenbeans. I'm not sure if you heard of him, but the guy just released a video today, also on Pleasant Park. And he's talking about landing there 50 times and basically about some of the ins and outs of Pleasant Park. So if you're new to Pleasant Park, then go check out that video in the description. Anyway, so in total, Pleasant Park has 21 chests. 21 chests in Pleasant Park right here. Now, it does have a bunker chest. It has a bunker chest down here in the basement of yellow. It's a yellow house. I honestly can't remember if it's yellow. But there's a bunker chest down here, and there's also a chance for 2 bunker chest spawns over here right outside Stealthy. Okay. Off-road tires, we have a fuck ton. We have, what, 8 over here? That's kind of... And basically, whatever car you pick, you definitely have an off-road tire. Mechanical parts. So there's 6 mechanical part spawns in here. 1 over here, 1 over here, and 2 outside right here, 1 down the road. And then for cars and trucks, you have a fuck ton of cars and trucks. So basically, mechanical parts, you're 100% fine. On the same topic of mechanical parts, you also have Jonesy, the first who upgrades over here. So you're basically, if you win Pleasant Park with the bunker chest, if it spawns, you're guaranteed like a purple pump and a purple scar, or both, like a mech bow or whatnot. And then if you get the 2 bunker chests over here, then you're guaranteed like a fuck ton of shit. Also nearby, if somehow this isn't enough mechanical parts here, this guy up here does sell mechanical parts, and there is more cars also up the top. But continuing on, zip lines, not really a lot around. Campfires, we got 1 campfire in the middle, but campfires don't really matter for Pleasant Park, so no need to worry about it. Slurptrucks, there are 2 Slurptrucks down here, right outside Boney, and these, I don't know if they're going to be that good for trios, but they are an option for some type of plan. For solos, what you can do is you can land somewhere over here, loot it up. If you don't get any shield, grab one of the cars that are fucking on the street, drive down here, hit the slurp truck, and then come back, finish it off, or just continue on your way. You could do that with Pleasant as well if you did some split where you landed like something like this, your trio lane like this, you loot all of this, you go hit this, you hit the bridge, get max shield from one of the slurp trucks, and then you be on your way wherever. So that could be some type of loot path. But if you're landing in a place like Pleasant Park, you're landing there because you want the bunker chest, you want to own Pleasant Park completely and have all the loot that comes with it. Noms, I don't think we have any noms. No, we don't. None of these are nearby. There's not really any fishing rod or fishing holes nearby. If you're landing in Pleasant Park, you're not going to do any fishing really. And if you are going to fish, it's like if zone poles like up here and you have free slots, then you can grab some fishing rods from Spire over here and see, and pick what happens. Ice boxes, we had none. Reboot van, it's right outside this shit house. I don't know what you would call this house, 3-story or whatever, something like that. The shit house though. Safes. First off, every house other than the middle has a chance to spawn a safe. That's fucking wild. Fucking doghouse is 2 chances for a safe to spawn. So you can leave here with a fuck ton of gold if all this spawns. Obviously, you won't get every safe. You might get like 1, 2, maybe 3 safes. But, to go from blue to purple, it's like 145 gold. So, like, you're guaranteed. You're chilling. If for some reason you don't find the mechanical parts, you can always upgrade a blue pump or like a green pump all the way up to a purple. Alrighty, so that is all of the breakdown of Pleasant Park. Now to break down the houses, you can have different callouts for everything. I like to call this one basement. This is modern. This is gas station, garage. This is doghouse. Call this shit house because there's 2 chest spawns here, which is better than this house over here, honestly. This is brick. I think this is yellow and this is gray, I think, or it's flipped. And then this is I call it crack house, but people can call it log house because there used to be a log in this, or tree house. Then we have, you know, the center, soccer field, and that's it. So if you give them a call out for any of these places outside, you go right outside dog, right outside blah, right outside modern, basement, etc. So best house to land in. Well, let's turn on the bunker chest. Best house would be down over here, owning the bunker chest side. Because, you know, if you get a spaz from this side, one of your teammates get a spaz, then you're fucking set. Really, because no one's going to have enough time to mine up all the mechanical parts. And because 6 of them spawn right here, you're pretty much good to go. Now, doghouse is pretty good. You have a chance for three chests dog, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3 over here, a log. So, what's most common at Pleasant? Well, Pleasant barely ever will have, well, it depends on the lobby. Sometimes I find, especially in scrims, Pleasant's Unconned. Because in scrims, everyone's, you know, practicing their drop spots, and they have like some castle split, some John Wick split, like some like split over here or some shit like that. So not a lot of people land Pleasant. But if you want to practice Pleasant being hot as fuck and crazy as fuck, play it in arena. If you want to practice whatever your plan is for Pleasant, some plans I recommend is you send 2 people to basement, and you send 1 person to one of these, either modern or garage, and then that person picks up a gun and they bust ass immediately. 1 gun, 2 guns, and they push basement. What might happen is, let's say you get first drop in, you know, there's two enemies behind, 1 goes inside, and your teammate's on the roof, like that. So we have, you know, the 3v2 in here. There's bunker chest doesn't spawn, but the chest down here does. You get a fucking revolver, you get 2 guys pickaxing you, 1 guy has a machine gun, and then your boy gets a makeshift. It's still 3v1. So then your 3rd guy comes, and he might have like a primal and an AR or 2 ARs or something. But nonetheless, he's going to be coming behind all these guys, no matter which one he comes from, and he can provide support and clean it up or whatnot. Another tactic you do is you say fuck it, and you send all 3 here. That's a little fucking crazy, you know. It's a 50-50, depending on your drops. I saw a post on Reddit a while ago. I don't know who did it, but I mean, shout out to them. What they did was that they landed through here. They break one of the doors off here. At the bottom in the basement, you'll find a little wooden box. You hit that too, so now you have enough for 1 build. And then while you're running through like the door, you place a stair behind you like this. So everyone that's coming behind you gets cocked by the stair, and then you get everything inside. And they have to squeeze through the other door. So that's an option, or like a good way to secure basement if you're the first one in there, so you don't get pickaxed or whatever. Other things you could do, you could send your trio all to the left side over here. So you guys loot all of this. 1, 2, yeah, let's just do 1, 2, 3. Alright, we have shit loot. Grab a taxi, grab a car, dip out to the slurp truck. That's an option. So another thing you could do is dip out to the 2 bunker chests up here with the car and grab them, or get 1 person to do that. But what you have to watch out for when you're flying in is to check to see if anybody from the stealthy team is going to be landing on these bunkers. Sometimes what happens is the stealthy team just fucking goes over top of them and expects to find them when they come out. But the Pleasant team, I think I mentioned this in my stealthy breakdown, they can come, loot this, and then dip back into Pleasant. So we have the basement, basement fucking full send, basement full send with someone reinforcing. We have the 3 houses over here, close little split here, you get decent loot. Then we can do something with just the far back houses here, like this one's a little easier because this guy has more options. You grab the brick guy, lands, he loots all of this, and he dips immediately to the bunker chest if no one lands there, and then he can go loot all that and then come back with his boys. So we do 1, 2, 3. Okay, if you're calling a dog, then you can either say, okay, give them it, and you send another one to brick. So we double up here, or we send another one and you can test them. So, you know, you send 2 in through the front door. It would look like, okay, we're conned by a team at dogs. You do 1, 2, 1. So you go like this guy loots this, and then reinforces his 2 teammates over here. And that goes the same if you're conned to any of these places. So now we talked about some splits that can happen in Pleasant itself. We're gonna talk about common fight and like patterns or whatnot. First off, if there's like 3 to 4 teams, this is disgustingly hot. This area is like, I'd say like right around here is like Clusterfuck Zone, because we have, let's say we have the black team. They send 2 in the basement, 1 on the roof. And then the pink team sends, all 3 into that fucking house. And then the blue team sends, 2 here and 1 here. And then the yellow team sends all 3 here. And then we have like all of these teams are fighting in this area. So if your team lands in one of these sides here, you can third party this fight in with decent loot, or even dip to the slurp truck and dip back with full shield and be the one that wins, because this is a clusterfuck of a fuck ton of teams and you have no idea what's going to happen. Now the downside is that if we have, let's say, team green, if green landed here, God, you can barely see that. Whoops, sorry. Then we have red landed here. Now, if you're the green team, the best case scenario is red that goes in and fights, and then you guys third party them. But again, that timing might be a little off. They might decide to dip. You might think they're already in there fighting, and you go in, and then they third party. So, whatever team you are, you want to pick a place to fight. You want to pick somewhere we can call home. So whether it's the gas station, doghouse, the middle, or something like that, you want to pick a place where you lock it down and you own that entire location. That's what you want to do. Let's say you pick a gas station here. So you own gas completely. We have a lockdown, multiple angles. So if this team does come in, you do guys have a place to retreat to. You make the call out, everyone run back to gas station, let's regroup. Let this team fight everyone in here, the red team, and then you, green team, finish it off. So, another important thing that I actually didn't even think about before Kenbeans mentioned it, but it's the fact that Pleasant has so many fucking cars that if there's only 2 teams land here, let's say or 3 teams. Let's say 2 teams, including your team. So we have 1 team here, 1 team here, then 1 team here. If you guys start fighting, this team can grab any one of these cars and dip out whichever angle they want to. They could go fucking all the way around if they wanted to. Pretty quick, and basically roll up on you guys, make it this clusterfuck of a fight. So that can happen anytime. Anytime. Because there's so many cars that whoever here's fighting first. So let's say, it's a 1v1 right now at Jonesy. And the teammate, let's race it. We have blue fighting yellow. Yellow's teammates are here and here, and blue's teammates are here and, 2 and 3 here. But as soon as yellow gives the call out, these 2 guys grab the car and they dip. And now it's basically a 1v3, and even if 2 comes and helps, 1's probably dead, and then 2 dead, and then 3's dead. So because of the cars and all the rotations around Pleasant or in Pleasant as well, it's easy for teams to help their teammates, even if it's like far away. Even if one guy landed here, you could still grab a car and dip down here and be pretty quick to help. It depends on which team calls for help first. Okay, everyone collapse on me, and like, I need help. Okay, you go, you might just have a bow and arrow and a makeshift. It doesn't matter. Just long if you kill the guy here before his teammates come, you guys should win it. Let's talk about another tactic. I think this got famous off of like TikTok or something, I'm not sure. But you send 1 person to the Spire, he loots the 2 chests on top of the Spire, and then he pushes basement. So this is, you send 1 and 2, 50-50 the basement, 3 lands on here, takes the 2 chests and the floor loot on spawn, and pushes it. This is, a different tactic. Or we can do one where you send 1, or you do this. You do 1, 2, and 3 up at the Spire. He hits these chests, 2 and 1 meet up like this, and they push basement. That might have been Unconned, so we have a team contesting all of this. And then 3 comes fucking flying in with like a shotgun and an AR, while everyone else is like still decently shambles. That's an option. That's like the Spire push, where you send someone right here, they hit the Spire down, and they land somewhere around here, and then full send that. So on the topic of Pleasant, who can rotate into Pleasant? Well, you have a few options. First off, when you're flying in, you have to watch to see around you. Whichever way you're coming in, just call out, okay. First off, have 1 person looking at stealthy. If you're coming from like anywhere like where stealthy, you're flying over stealthy, or you can even see the teams coming in at stealthy, look around. So we see one team stealthy, and they're all landing in stealthy. That means someone can land brick and grab these 2 chests and then dip back. That's an option, because that's what we call it out. Okay, the one team that's landing stealthy, they're sending somebody to grab these chests. Don't bother. We know just to stay within Pleasant now. Because it takes a while to loot all this, especially if stealthy's conned, then it's going to be even longer to fight in stealthy. But what might happen early game, if you're chilling in brick and you hear a truck rolling up to Pleasant, good chances, if you knew that stealthy was gone by 2 teams, that one of these teams or this truck rolling up is like a solo or a duo going to reboot. So so you have to watch out for stealthy teams. Keep an eye on them. Honestly, keep an eye out for the craggy teams as well. If you're flying like this somewhere like overhead, like one of these areas, you have to call out to see how many teams are craggy. If you have one team at craggy, good chances. If you land craggy, you want to fight because it's a hot spot. It's a fighting spot. So they can grab a car and push into Pleasant like this pretty quick. On the topic of that, Boney tends to be unconned, and it's an easy push for them to hit the Slurptruck here, get full shield while having like full shield that they're holding, and push into Pleasant while you guys are having a clusterfuck of a fight here. So again, you can only really watch for Boney if you're doing a drop like this. But I mean, if you're over top of Boney and you can give that call out that okay, that someone's coming from Boney, you hear a truck down here, that's the Boney team, you gotta be careful. Sweaty, I mean, like late in the game, if Pleasant's in zone, they might do something like this. So if it's later in the game, you gotta watch out for that. There is a split where you do something like this. These people can push into Pleasant pretty easily. So if you see someone land in Spire, then you can give the call out that either A, they're doing that fucking TikTok strat to land at the bunker chest, or they're doing some sort of split like this. Coral, I mean, no one plans Coral, and if they do, I doubt they're pushing into Pleasant. I don't even know. Honestly, I've only landed here like 3 times. So I have no idea what Coral. And that's it. I mean, risky team will probably fight the Spire team, or they're going to go up and find a good position. Colossal, no, they wouldn't come. Spire, no. So that's really it for teams that can contest Pleasant. So, I mean, Pleasant's like the pros, the cons of Pleasant. Well, I mean, it's a good spot. It's hot. If you win this spot, usually like it'd be like 2 to 3 teams here. If you win that, I mean 2 teams. It's like 6 points. Yeah, or 9. You automatically get these points just from landing here because it's going to be contested. And if it's not contested, then you get all this loot, including the places nearby, and even the bunker chest. If you can get that, you're basically stacked, and you pretty much have good rotations. So depending on where zone pulls, you're almost guaranteed. If zone pulls anywhere to the right up here towards Steamy, you basically have free rotates to the dead side of the map. Just because if it pulls like here, then obviously split, dead side, something like that. Free rotates for that. A lot of power positions nearby. You can hit the billboard really easily. You can hit the slurp hill here, like the trucks around here. You can take over the bridge if you want to. Fire up here, another bridge down here. Grab a car, dip out to this hill if you wanted to. You know, zone pulls like over here. Grab a car on these hills. Look for this bunker chest. Like if zone for some fucking reason goes up here, then I mean you can go on the stealthy wall. You can fight the stealthy team. So I saw Benjiyfishy and Amplify and Matzo do this a lot, and it's if they get Pleasant unconned, they leave Pleasant with about a minute left before zone starts to close. So they don't loot everything, they don't loot every ammo crate or everything like that. They leave with a minute left before zone starts to close, which is super quick, and they already have their guns upgraded by this time, mechanical parts, everything, and they push stealthy. This is when they're unconned. They push stealthy, and they try to catch a stealthy team off guard so they can get all the stealthy's loot and the bunker chest out here and be stacked for the game. That's just a good option for when Pleasant is unconned. So again, like unconned loot path can be something like you land here, one person lands like brick, then one person lands like over here or something like that. And then, you know, let's do something like this. This guy checks this, okay, he doesn't, he just loops around like that. This guy does something like this. And then you guys all meet up, go over here, upgrade, and then dip to wherever you're going. But if you're unconned and you want to push, either push stealthy, bony, sweaty if you want to. There's a little bit of a crazy push, to be honest. Craggy, again, another crazy push. So the go-to spots if Pleasant is unconned to push into is bony and stealthy. So something like this. The Bony team, honestly, I don't know how the interaction is with the Bony team, but I doubt they would expect the Pleasant team to come fucking full send them. That's definitely something that they're not going to be expecting, I feel like, because usually it's, you're conned here, it's a long fight, because everyone kind of has their own loot, because you want to honestly kind of get your own little loot from all the houses, and then you push over here. And then Boney comes fucking full sending with, fuck ton of loot, because there's 30 chests. I mean, yeah, pretty much. I think I've covered fucking everything. Did I forget anything? Bounty boards. Yeah, I guess there's a bounty board down there. Fireflies. Matter. Alright, so I think I've covered everything in regards to Pleasant. I would only land here if your team is confident fighting and you know that you'll need the elimination points. That's important. Get confident together, fight in. You guys have a well thought out plan on how you're going to go about Pleasant. And you guys want to fight and you're not afraid of throwing a few games from dying off the rep. If I had to pick someone to watch this streamers, watch Benji. And go back in his VODs. Fuck, does even I here? I think he does. Oh god. Watch the fish. I'm just ready to fish. Everyone knows who he is. Watch him, and it looks like something else. Watch him in tournaments and stuff, and see how they handle fights. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I might do an upload of Orchard. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight because it is my birthday, and I do have to practice a bit for FNCS. But I mean, Orchard looks pretty simple. You obviously want to own something like this. Shared Orchard, you take control of that, you leave the rest to like this shithole, and then you guys go together and push. It's probably be something like that. And then for teams to watch out for, quickly for Orchard, I guess, Steamy team will hit the Spire, and then they'll either go in more or push you guys, if depending on how early it is in the game. I saw Savage's team. They loot this up decently, not even that well, just like, a little bit. They don't need Surge, or they need Surge, and they go out, hit the Spire, and then push into Orchard. See if they can catch the Orchard team off. That's a common thing to watch out for. But anyway, maybe I'll do an Orchard then. I'm not sure. If I have time, I will. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Cheers.